Hey everybody, David Hancock here again. How you doing? As you know, I'm the entrepreneurial publisher, and with me today, I've got some entrepreneurial authors. This guy, the third stooge, if you will, Rick Frishman, who you met again earlier, who you know, our publisher. And to the right of him, which looks like left on the camera, we've got Hal Levin. Hal?
Levin.
Levin. Hal Levin. I told you that earlier. Why'd you screw that up?
Levin.
Now, Hal was actually introduced to us by Rick. Now, Rick, why don't you tell us a little bit about how and why Hal came into the picture?
He begged.
Well,
he begged a lot.
I
A
thought
lot
we-
of begging. Groveling was involved as well.
I thought we agreed we weren't going to say
Oh, we
that.
were going to say that. Okay. I've known this guy since 5 years old. 5. Kindergarten?
Earlier.
Or earlier than kindergarten. Whatever. And his birthday is 3 days before mine. He's much older than I am. And so I've known him. He's, I guess, my oldest childhood friend.
Get out!
Which is, I won't really, it's hard to say that, you know. But I've known him forever. In fact, we used to spend every New Year's Eve together when we were like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, 40, 50. And we used
60,
to
70,
bang
80.
on pots together and et cetera. So he's my bud, and he is a very interesting character.
Well, like many of your friends, Rick, they all have stories. Now, Hal, tell us a little bit about your story. This is really, you guys ought to sit down, grab your Mountain Dew, your coffee, because this is going to be really cool. But tell us real quick about the book.
And look right in the green light there. That's where you look.
We
Okay.
had that conversation earlier.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Green
Okay.
light, yeah.
Green light.
Well, my third book is the first in a series. It's called A History of Horses, Told by Horses. And actually it will be followed by elephants, dolphins, whales, cats, and dogs. And with the horses have been approaching me for 20 years before I was open enough in my heart to hear their voices. And in the book, they tell about their mission. And their mission is to empower women in order to save the world. And that's why so many women and horses have extraordinary relationships. I've been around the world with hundreds of horses, and I've traded a ton of carrots for their tails.
Carrots. I wish it was like that with wives, you know. Here, darling, here, have a carrot, and, you know. They like diamond.
He
You know?
likes
3 carrots.
3 carrots. Here, put it on my ring, on my finger, the carrot.
That's the carrots they
Yeah,
like.
okay, yeah. Well.
We were going somewhere with this, really.
Okay, sorry.
My
about that.
intentions were good. They were.
All right,
Hey,
back to the horse.
Laughter's the best medicine.
That's the truth.
But horses are great observers, and they have known for millennia that humanity was trying to come to rule the world, and that men were leading humanity and ultimately the world down the wrong road. And the horses realized that the only one who can change humanity's course are women. You know, self-empowered women. So horses want to join up with women to increase their self-esteem, their self-confidence, their self-discipline, so that they'll be able to walk side by side with men and lead us on to a more peaceful, life-sustaining path on this world.
Now, you've spoken with horses. I mean, I've talked to you. I've been in Greece, in Italy. I mean, all over the world. Right?
In
Now,
Austria.
what are the Austrian called?
Or the Lippenzahns.
Lippenzahns. That's a line from a very famous movie, by the way. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, it's a submarine movie. So, yeah, I'll tell you about
I
it.
can see a quiz
Yeah,
coming up in the
yes.
Author 101
Good. That's
newsletter.
a good one, yeah.
Well, the Lippenzahns are the greatest performing horses in the world.
Okay. So,
I was
so
with,
you've been everywhere with it.
I was with racehorses in Germany. Legend tells that story. The only problem is he's never won a race. You know, the story of Hollywood horses is told by Beechnut, who was Billy Crystal's horse in the movie City Slickers.
Fascinating.
And I volunteer at Humble Ranch all the time. It's 5 minutes from my home in Steamboat Springs, where we do therapeutic riding for the handicapped. And it's amazing, the miracles.
Now, you're also a healer, too.
I'm a spiritual healer.
So you heal not only horses, but you can work on people, too, right?
I took the spiritual healing to improve my animal communication with the horses, but it's actually taught to do person to person. So I'm a member of Healing in America, which comes out of England, the NFSH, the National Federation of Spiritual Healers, which is more open to healing in England. Doctors, there's more than 5,000 healers in England, and they regularly give a co-prescription of spiritual healing to go along with the surgery or whatever the prescription the doctor is giving.
Your book is coming out when?
This spring, April or May of 2009.
It's a fascinating story, told like none other. So I think you'll really, really enjoy it.
And the title is?
A History of Horses, Told by Horses.
It's great.
Hal Levin. Now, by the way, on a personal note, he lives in
Do I need to cover the microphone?
No, this is very not about my friend Howie here. No, Hal.
Howie's fine.
Howie.
Howard Levin is my given name.
That's
That's
right.
where Hal comes
I'm
from.
gonna give you a name, all right.
Yeah.
And he lives in Steamboat Springs area, right? Which
Steamboat
is like
Springs, Colorado.
gorgeous part of. How far above Denver?
It's about 150 miles from Denver
And you have his beautiful home.
at 7,000 feet.
And you hang out with horses and stuff like that. Now,
All the time.
everybody, women, look how cute he is. Okay, we need someone who likes horses, who wants to hang out in Steamboat Springs with this nice guy. You're single,
Oh, yes.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, so you wouldn't mind a lovely woman in your life to share the horse with you?
that would be perfect.
So here, contact me. Okay, Rick at morganjamespublishing.com.
Wait a minute, Rick at morganjamespublishing.com.
That's right, and we'll get you set up. In fact, I'll audition, and we'll get you out to Steamboat Springs and on a horse, and we'll see how well you talk to the horses with him, right? And
Perfect.
he is one of the nicest guys in the world. He's a little nuts, but I love him anyway. Just a little, but it's fine. But at any rate, Steamboat Springs, and soon.
Right.
Well, we'll get you there, right? Exactly. Okay.
You bet.
And we're serious about this. And if you fall in love with him, we'll help.
Excuse me, when
When
you fall in love with
we'll help with some part of the wedding. We don't know how much, but
Who's he pointing at?
we'll help with some part of the wedding. That's right.
Bring the carrots for the
Come with carrots, exactly. Anyway,
And I also want to point out that
Yeah.
Morgan James Publishing is picking up my first book,
we
That's
are,
right.
and I love that.
Quotations for Successful Living, which is in its second edition. The best part about it is there are no quotations for successful living from me in the book. So it's a compilation from throughout history, and it's in its second edition. We've sold more than 8,000 copies, and it's very inspiring.
Yes.
From Confucius to Plato to Socrates to Lincoln to Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods have inspiring quotes in this
Do
volume.
you have any from Ben Franklin?
Yes, we
I
do.
love Ben Franklin.
Probably none from David Hancock yet, but there are rooms for third edition.
That's what we're looking for.
If you want to be published by us, you're going to have some Hancock quotes. Let me tell you that.
Definitely.
Anyway, Steamboat Springs next month. Bring your carrots. He'll bring the horse.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Actually,
everybody.
Hal, Rick, I appreciate you taking another few minutes with us. But again, so great to see you guys. Look forward to it. Look forward to meeting you in person with your book. So this is David Hancock from Morgan James Publishing, and have a great night.
Thank you.